Shout out to the real. Shout out to the fake. Shout out to that nosy bitch. You better stay in your place. Get in line, punk. Tonight we got Manolo Rose, the Brooklyn legend. I want y'all to hear his story. I can't wait to chop it up with him. I don't know where he went.
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right, let's go. Shout out to real. How you doing, man?
Yo, I'm good. I'm good, bro. I'm good.
All right, man. What's going on with you today?
Chilling, man. Relaxing, Sunday. Doing the family thing, that's all.
Yeah, you into football?
Nah, man. I never really, you know what I mean? I'm more into basketball. I'm more into basketball and shit like that.
Yeah, I know. I heard about that about you. But so let's get into it, man. You from Brooklyn?
Yep. Slash Rockaway.
Mm-hmm. So what's going on right now?
Well, right now I'm just doing a lot of writing. I'm working on a project that I'm finishing up. I've just finished the film. I just released the film. I just did I just finished some episodes for this cooking show I'm doing. And I'm out to do a whole podcast on entertainment law.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have dudes on, reading over certain music contracts and stuff like that. I'm gonna have a lawyer on, and he gonna go through them and basically break down, what's really going on with these dudes, with these, when niggas getting these contracts and what's really happening, the pitfalls and things to look for to not get jammed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And what made you? No, I was gonna say, what made you do that?
I just think it's needed. You know what I'm saying? I think it's something that's needed. I think that because like with us people that's engaging in music, everyone thinks they're in the industry. Everybody be like, yo, the industry is crazy. Like they're in the industry, but it's like you never received a contract, you never had a deal nowhere, you never did a deal nowhere, and you hear people say crazy nut ass shit like, yo, you need to read your own contract. And it's like, yo, it's like, no, you're gonna get cheated even worse. You read your own contract because you think a lawyer literally went to school for damn near 10 years for you to come off the street and go on YouTube and cram in 3 days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, a dude went to school for 10 years of his life to master this law, and you think, yo, I could just pick the paper up myself and I could go through it and comb through it myself and I'm gonna do a better job than the actual law. It's like, no, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think it just needed in regards to brothers educating themselves, like, finding you a lawyer, having the lawyer explain the legal language to you because, you have common language that, we're speaking right now, but then you also have legalese, which is a whole nother language with the same words means something totally different. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's why it has its own separate dictionaries and things like that. So I think that it's just extremely needed. Brothers need to hear what's really in some of these contracts. You know what I'm saying? And how brothers is getting cheated, and so on and so on, and women as well, brothers and sisters. Yeah, so that's why I'm doing that.
I think that shit is a great idea. Did you go through any contract disputes?
Of course, I'm in one now. So, I never had a bad deal. You know what I'm saying? Because fortunately for me, when I came into the game, my manager, his wife, shout out to Brandy, she's like, a lawyer at one of the top entertainment law firms. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And her, under Ron Sweeney. Anybody know Ron Sweeney? He represents a lot of big acts. You know what I'm saying? And my manager, that was his wife, so she made sure everything I ever had was always favorable You know what I mean? For myself, where it was like, you know, I've gotten contracts where she literally told me like, yo, we not signing this at all. Like, she like, yo, you could take this shit and we ain't gonna be friends no more in a few years. Cause you gonna realize how fucked up it is, and you gonna look at me and say, how the fuck did I let you do this to yourself? You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Have you ever fell out with anybody over that? Like
Of course.
somebody you thought you was cool with, y'all thought that was closer than that, and they gave you a raw deal?
Nah, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I never see a lot of things I couldn't never really, I never got to get the things that everybody else was getting while I'm having big records, because that I couldn't get cheated in my situation. It's almost like you gotta come in and get cheated.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you get lucky and you get like a 21 Savage situation. You know what I mean? Shit, just look at Drake. That nigga signed a 10-album deal. Who the fuck signs a 10-album deal?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You know how long did it take you to make 10 albums? You know what I mean?
Even though they turn the music out faster nowadays, I actually hate the way the music is turned out now.
But then you get the nuances of like, is this an album? Are we counting this as an album? Mm-hmm. Because see, now a mixtape and an album is the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
Because that's why now you could get a mixtape that's charting, but it's a mixtape technically. So the label is saying, we're not counting that as an album. We're gonna say this is a mixtape right here. We need you to get hot. You're not hot right now, so put this mixtape out and warm the streets up. But then it's count. Then they saying it's counting. You know what I mean? Because your shit could chart. They going to track the streaming numbers and so forth and so on. But at the same time, the label saying that don't count as an album.
So they don't pay you for that.
Nah, it's not even that paying you. It's just the mere fact that it doesn't count towards the 10 albums that you might owe.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like, nah, that's not an album. It's not an album. All right, we need a certain amount of songs for it to be considered one. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, so.
Enes said the game is designed for you to fail, and it puts artists against each other. You find that to be true then?
Nah, I wouldn't even say that. I think I wouldn't say it's designed. I wouldn't just necessarily say it's designed for you to fail, because who want to sign you and not make no money off you? That just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? But I would say this right now, the way they got it is that it's like you got to do everything on your own. You know what I'm saying? And it all depends on who signed you. Like my situation, I was at Roc Nation, and I probably had, and I was there while I'm there for, let's say I'm there, which I'm still am, but you know, trying to fix that situation. But let's say I was there for a year. I had 8 different product placement managers in 2 years. So if you get one person that's like who doing the marketing, you get one person, they fuck with you. They fuck with what you're doing. They fuck with your movement. So they really, they really making sure your shit going right. They get fired and the next nigga come in and they like, I don't really fuck with this. So now you in limbo. You feel me? So these are type of things that go on at these labels. Like, I seen a whole staff get fired, where even down to the bitch who just doing social media things. You know what I mean? Cause one nigga fucked up on something. You know what I mean? And I seen that happen. I seen where niggas was stealing out niggas' budgets. Niggas stole out of my budget. You know what I mean? I seen shit like that go on. So, I wouldn't necessarily say it's just designed for you to fail. It's just the mere fact that all of these things occur while you're there. You know what I mean? And unless you come in there with a big ass smash and at least 2, 3 more at one time, the label, they would have to put their focus and eyes on you, because they signing a bunch of niggas every day. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as the part is putting people against each other, I don't think they you know, they never told me to go against nobody. Nobody can tell me that. And no, it never made me feel like I had to go against anybody. So, you know, they're not sitting you down and saying, yo, you should beef with this person and that person. Not saying that that could not have happened, but I'm just saying that's not something that just, nobody's just necessarily walking in there telling you that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you signed to a big major label like Roc Nation,
Right.
Warehouse,
Right.
and it's such. And I gotta ask you this. So right now, would you take the 500,000, or would you take the dinner with JAYZ?
Man, I'm taking the 500,000 because like because you got to see this the crazy thing in that whole scenario. If you say, yo, I get 500,000, I know I ain't never coming back to the floor. I can meet JAYZ because I'm up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Because you up, you already there.
Right. I'm gonna meet him anyway. What I gotta do is make a couple plays use that 500 and make a couple plays. I'm gonna meet JAYZ regardless. It's like it wouldn't even matter. You know what I mean? So I don't know, nigga don't take that money. You a damn fool.
Shout out to the real.
Yeah.
Why would you want to leave a label like Roc Nation? It's such a powerhouse, where they got everything. They got contracts to media.
Nah, man, it's like, yo, it's like you got to be a major priority over there in order for it to work. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when you have so many regime changes, it's so much, it's so chaotic. You know what I'm saying? And maybe some of it is my own. Well, I ain't gonna say maybe. Some of it is my own fault, just my personality. It's like, yo, when shit just is messy and all out of control, and it's like, what is going on? You know, I'm the type of nigga that just gonna fall back. Like, nah, man, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just walk this way and figure it out another way. You know?
So that's basically it's been built as a big machine. So it's like, you know, you got all those major artists over there. You got the Rihanna, you got all that. So you saying everything else takes a back seat.
I mean, you got to think about it, man. It's like, yo, and this is how it works at damn near at, I ain't gonna say damn near, but at every label. It's like, yo, if you on Atlantic and Drake is on Atlantic, I think he on Warner or something, but let's just say he's on Atlantic.
Right.
And you working on your album, and the label says, okay, you know, we sending the A&Rs, we sending you producers, you know what I'm saying? And in the midst of you working on that album, they give you a date that your album supposed to be released. They say, yo, your album will release on December 30th. But then, in the midst of that happening, Drake comes and says, he turns in what he's saying is the album. Yo, it's my album. I want it to come out on December 30th. Do you think your shit gonna come out? It ain't.
Nah, it ain't.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like they gonna be like, nah, you gotta wait, fall back, because the cash cow, who's bringing in hundreds of millions of dollars, his shit got to go out. So that means your shit got to wait. Now, if you at a place like Roc Nation and they say, yo, we working on the Rihanna project, nothing else ain't moving, nothing else ain't coming out, nothing else ain't getting that attention. You know what I'm saying? Or you there and things are happening and they telling you this was gonna go on, and then you hear JAYZ is secretly working on the album. That means everything else stops at that point. You know what I'm saying?
That's so let me ask
you. Yeah.
Now, I was gonna ask you, so you trying to get off the lane, what is your plan now? You gonna go independent, or are you trying to fuck with somebody else?
You know, I really don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, you know, it ain't even necessarily just getting off of there. It's just restructuring shit. You know what I'm saying? In a better way, you know, and figure out something, you know, at least to make myself, because I would say this, you know, I've been able to put things out. They're not blocking me from doing anything. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? At least on the side of taking things down and so on and so on. But who's to say they could be suppressing things that I'm putting out and burying them digitally so it can't be seen? That, you know, things like that may occur. But, you know, So I'm just trying to figure out either getting off or figuring out another way. You know what I'm saying? But as right now, I just move independently anyway. You know what I'm saying? I move like I'm indie anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yo, so you do a lot of writing.
Mm-hmm.
You do a lot of writing. Do you write
Mm-hmm.
for others too?
Yeah, definitely. You know.
We talk about some projects you worked on.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I worked on a movie, Suicide Squad. Some of the records that came out off that for the movie that came out with the soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know, since he passed, I wrote the hook for on P&B Rock shit. No Time, which got him his deal. I did that. You know what I'm saying? So I did, you know what I mean? I did a bunch of things, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So you and B&B, I know he
Mm-hmm.
passed away. That was
Right.
still
May
cool and
rest in peace.
everything. How you feel about that?
This thing is one of them unfortunate things, man, where it's like, you know, I would want to say like, cause it's not to blame him for what happened to him. Because we should be able to walk anywhere and go anywhere with jewelry on. At the same time, we also had to be a little smarter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And be cautious of what we doing and how we doing it. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate that happened to him. You know, he's just trying to fucking eat some fucking waffles and shit, and motherfucker is killing you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, it's a nasty thing, but you know, these are things we all have to be aware of and come to the realization that, you know, it's just certain shit we just can't do or shouldn't do. And that's not just him, that's anybody. You know what I'm saying? That's anybody that's walking around, you know, in the street, you know, with a bunch of jewelry on and all these other things and poor communities. You know, you look like a steak.
Yeah.
You know what I
You
mean?
still moving like that? You still out there? You still moving in the street like that?
See, me, I've never been a jewelry nigga. You know what I mean? That ain't never been my thing because I always knew that shit just breeds problems. You know what I'm saying? And unwanted attention. You know, it's like the same reason why I don't play dice. You know what I mean? I seen too many niggas die over chains. I seen too many niggas die over dice games. So certain shit I just don't do. You know what I'm saying? Just for that purpose. You know. So you know, I feel like yo, we just gotta learn. You know what I mean? It's just a way for me to protect myself from certain shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm just one of them. I'm just the kind of person where like I try to limit the things that can take me off this planet. I limit all of those type of actions. You know what I mean? Like prime example, like my man, he hate driving with me because he like, yo, you drive super slow. You driving the speed limit. Cause I'm a nigga that like, nah, then I'll be dead. And niggas is like, damn, you know, niggas should have been driving like that.
Yeah.
You
Should
feel
have been
me?
speeding.
Right. See, I'm one of those. That's the kind of person I am. You feel me? I'm just super conscious of shit like that.
When y'all dropped Never Give a Fuck, you, French, Montana, and P&B,
right.
y'all was all in the studio together when y'all put that together?
Me and P&B was. French wasn't there. When me and P&B did it, but me and French was in the studio when he did his verse. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because that night we did we did the Super Flexin' remix and we did the Diddy record, Old Man Wildin'. Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't working on that.
With P&B? With French?
P&B, French Montana, because you still got a good relationship with him, right?
Yeah. Me and French good. Yo, it was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just love, like, you know, when you in a room with people, you know, that just love doing this shit, you know? I think that's for me, it's like the best part about it, you know, the creative portion of it. And in the, you know, and just really being in a room with people that's really doing this shit for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that part about it, that within itself, being in there with French was just crazy. You know what I mean? And I think at the time, Chinks was dead. Yeah, Chinks had died already. But yeah, so just being in there, working, doing it like that was dope, man. It was real
You
dope.
still, going through all the things you're going through and everything you done seen.
Mm-hmm.
You still love it?
Yeah,
Because you said you wasn't trying to be a rapper, and then everything just trying to change. So
yeah. Like I love it. I love the aspect of making the music. You know what I mean? I love that aspect of it. The business portion of it kind of sucks. You know what I'm saying? But I would say in overall sense, yeah, I still love it. You know what I mean? I still got a lot of love for it in this overall sense. Yeah.
So in 2023, what got to happen right now? What got to happen for it to be an impactful year for you?
I don't know, man. Like I got so many things I'm doing. I don't even, what's so ill, bro? I don't even know how to measure success anymore. You feel me? Because it's so, you know what I mean? That shit is like,
I want to hear about it.
right. It's like, it's relative. You know what I'm saying? To whomever is speaking. For me, I just think that long as all my ideas get to come out, that's what I want the most out of 2023. I just want all of everything that I want, every idea I have, I want it to, come out and people to, see it and really get to see me at an artistic taste level that is just at its highest. You know what I'm saying?
So you talk about writing, you talk about, the ghost writing is a big conversation right now. So
Right.
would you be comfortable just doing that? Because I heard before in other interviews you was good with just like you ain't the fame, you can skip all that. You just want the money.
Nah, it's a fact. Yeah, I would definitely, man, because it's like, I think being able to jump out the car at 3:30 in the afternoon and go to the Chinese restaurant is an overlooked blessing. You feel me?
Yeah.
And the more fame you obtain, the less you can do that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know exactly what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you want to just be able to, take your kid to the park and just watch him run around and play ball and chill. You know what I mean? Like me, I like to ride my bike. So I like a regular pedal bike. I like just riding around. I just bring out my pedal bike and just riding in the street, You can't really do that once, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you seen that shit when Kanye went to the sneaker con shit and they didn't have to shut the shit down. He couldn't even enjoy walking around looking at the shoes because it's a mob of people trying to push and tug and get a picture and you know what I'm saying?
Sign autographs, all type of wild shit.
So you trying to like, damn, I just want to come see the kicks, buy some kicks. I want to do some regular shit. So I think that's the overlooked part about it. But also at the same time, you leverage your fame properly, you get enough money, you can take care of your family in another way. You know what I'm saying? Which is a little from the ghostwriting side.
How was Manolo rolls off that? You family man, you got, wife and stuff?
I mean, yeah, family man, I ain't the I'm not the
You still dropping dick off?
Yeah, man, like, You know what I'm saying?
I want to hear about it.
Yeah, like, but when I say, cause like, but definitely, everything is about family for me, my family, you know what I mean? Children and shit like that, yeah.
You talked about, growing up in Brooklyn and
Right.
Marcy,
Right.
knowing Memphis Bleak. How was that? How did you grow up? How was it, man?
Shit, my shit was good, man. My shit was lit. You know what I'm saying? Like I had an ill childhood, man. You know what I'm saying? I had the most fun in the world. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't like one of these kids where it was like my household was all fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, nah, my shit wasn't. You know what I'm saying? My pops died when I was, really young. You know what I'm saying, from AIDS or whatever. My mom's was straight, went to school, master's degree, did her thing, made sure we were straight, you know what I'm saying? So my
Shout
shit
out
was
to
good,
moms.
bro.
Was your pops in the street? I know my pops is in the street. That's why I'm asking.
My pops was ill as that as a story is told to me, is that, he got jammed up on that heroin, you know what I'm saying? Coming back from the Vietnam War, a lot of brothers was coming back from the war hooked on heroin, hooked on the heroin, you know what I'm saying? And him sharing needles with his brother, he attracted AIDS from his brother.
His brother too? Did they both pass?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so he attracted AIDS from his brother. Word, sharing needles with his brother.
That was my father's drug of choice too, heroin. He shot needles too. That was his thing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Pops. I love Pops. So you was really, really young.
Yeah. I was about 10 when he passed and shit. And it's ill because I was with him maybe about, so say if I was with him on a weekend on Sunday, when I went home Monday, you know what I mean? He was dead.
So you got a bunch of brothers and sisters, or just
Nah. One brother, one biological brother, 6 and 4 sisters.
and you talk about them being rappers and stuff. They was musicians, what? They was doing music too, right?
Oh, just my brother. Yeah, my brother definitely. Yeah, my brother was rapping. Shit. I used to go to the studio with him. This one, I didn't have no aspirations of doing no music. I just wanted to hang with him and shit. And he used to, go in the studio, you know what I'm saying? I used to be in there sitting in there fucking with them, picking beats and shit for them. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
So when was the first time? Like, what was the time when you knew that this is what it is? Did somebody else had to tell you? Or
Nah,
what?
I think for me, I had a record called it was a play off of Kevin Hart, Real Nigga All Day. Remember when Kevin Hart was saying that? Remember he was like, I'm a real nigga all day. He was saying that. I had a record that was like a hook, that was like a play on that. And it was somebody that was writing for Azealia Banks that was cool with me. And as this record in like the downtown Manhattan, Williamsburg, dive bar scene was starting to take off. He had basically stole a record and gave it to her and like switched up, instead of saying real nigga, she just said real bitch all day like that. And the shit was on the radio, and I was like, shit, I did that in in 3 minutes. I could do that again, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this shit ain't that hard. You know what I'm saying?
So that was an introduction, really?
To some degree, yeah. To some degree, no, because it was like I didn't necessarily. It was just like a thing we all knew, everybody in our inner circle. I never even really spoke on this shit before, you know what I mean? Because me and her later on, we got cool, because it wasn't her fault. I didn't know, you know what I mean, know her, but I knew him. And he was, over there helping her write and shit like that.
So what'd you say to him? Me being that he jacked the record.
Nah, we handled him, but just, you know what I mean? But when things are like that, sometimes it's nothing that you can even really do. Especially at that time, I didn't even know what to do. Like, I'm talking about, this is like the first song I ever made. This is the first record I ever went in the studio and recorded, and that happened.
Mm. Yeah, but see, that's success. That shit seems like your first couple records, just first things you did, just
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
So
crazy.
yeah, so cause one thing I always understood was how to create a record. You know what I'm saying? I always understood that dynamic of it. You know what I mean?
And
And
how
one,
important? Oh, God, keep going, keep going.
yeah, so once you understand that part, it's fairly easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Once you
Mm-hmm.
understand the science of making a record, it's fairly easy at that point.
Yeah, I never understood that as a kid trying to rap. I never could make a song. It was so difficult. Rapping was easy, but the song part was hard.
Right.
And that was the hardest thing for me.
Mhm.
And how was it? So you said that's the most important thing. So a
Mhm.
lot of MCs today, that's a lot of melody rap right now. So how important is lyrics to you?
I mean, to me,
Mm-hmm.
it depends, like it's like it depends on what I'm in the mood for and what I'm doing. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I'm not one of these like purists where it's like, nah, you gotta have all these bars. But it's like, nah, if I'm in a club, I wanna, you know what I'm saying? I wanna
Mm-hmm.
I wanna vibe out or whatever. But cause for me, all music to me is like moods, you know what I mean? It's just different moods. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like if I want to hear something crazy deep, then I'ma just, I'll listen to something like that. If I want to hear some lyrical street shit, then I'ma, you know what I mean, listen to whoever doing that. If I'm in the
Mm-hmm.
club and if they want to hear some bouncy shit, you know what I mean? I'm a bump that shit. You know what I mean? So, but I think to some degree it's important when you listening to somebody that delivers that message that you need at that moment, time,
Moment, yeah.
that space. You feel me?
So who you be listening to,
Um,
if anybody?
yeah. Um, right now, I'm listening to a lot of Doom, a lot of MF Doom. Right
Mm-hmm.
now, rest in peace to Doom. Um,
Rest in peace.
close. A lot of Future, especially this new project. Uh, Drake and 21 new shit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Larry June. I fuck with Larry June heavy. Um, that's when I want to hear some player shit.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick shit I fucked with, and Baby Keem shit I also fucked with too. Wow.
Yeah, some of these people I gotta get to know. Baby King.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
His last album was hard. Um, Kendrick last shit was hard.
Yeah, that
You know
was
what
hard.
I'm
I
saying?
heard that. I heard Future joint.
Yeah, Future shit too. So that's what I've been really listening to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So tell us about, not to rehash anything, but so you came out, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You dropped Dope Man,
Right.
which became all about the money.
Right.
Did both of them coexist at the same time? They was out at the same time?
Not well. My what? Well, the original Dope Man was out before what is
Mm-hmm.
now referred to as All About the Money. That was out before, maybe about a month prior. But like I said, like that's how this shit is. It's like, um, see, the record could be the same. What niggas realize in rap is about is more about who's saying it versus what's being said. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, and when you don't have those connections, the same record you got that's a hit can't move because you don't have the
The backing.
connection to make it move. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that Dope Man was out before that. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna ask, but then I was listening to Principles. You threw a
Uh-huh.
shot at Troy Ave. So what's your
Right.
feelings on Troy Ave now?
I don't really got no. I don't really have no ill feelings towards him. You know what I'm saying? You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Shit, man. May he live his life. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? But you know, I don't have no ill feelings towards that brother. He had to go do what he doing.
Yeah, so when you dropped that, it was just hip hop shit.
Yeah, you know, it's like, you know, I never really spoke on these things in records. You know what I'm saying? These dudes was doing things, you know, doing a lot of, you know what I'm saying, a lot of crabby shit in the back rooms. You know what I'm saying? Blocking niggas from getting shit and doing shit, you know? But I never really spoke on these things. And you know what I'm saying? And I just felt like it was a need to address that because it's happening. You know what I mean? Like shit is happening, bro. And niggas is acting like it ain't, but it is, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. So
Nobody admits to doing no shit like that.
Right. You feel me? So
it's like being jealous. They never admit that type of shit.
Yeah, of course, man. Like niggas is like, yo, man, I went through so much shit, and this shit is like, it's crazy, man. Like, you know, you see motherfuckers literally, you know, calling and arguing with promoters, like, oh, why you booking him out there? Like, you know what I mean? Just corny shit.
Super corny.
But it just is what it is, you know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, I don't really, you know, like you said, it was just some hip hop shit. Ain't nothing more, nothing less.
It ain't personal.
Nah.
I would feel personal if a nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at the same time, bro, I'm just the kind of person where it's like, I'm not giving no human being that type of power over me. You know what I'm saying? To where I'm walking around angry and shit at them. It's like, I just learned that none of this shit ain't worth it. You feel me? Because even in that situation that happened, you know what I mean, with him and you know what I'm saying? Look at it. You know what I mean? Was any of it worth it? Nobody walked away a winner. Nobody's walking away a winner. So it's like niggas is, you know, and not just, and I'm not even talking about just him. I'm just talking about period. And that's anybody. It's any human walking on the earth. It's like, nigga, I don't like shit got to be worth it for me to crash out. Or for me to even feel away. It's like I don't even feel away about none of that shit because I be looking at shit and I be like, does this shit even matter? Then if it don't, why the fuck would I even care? You know what I'm saying?
You ever been through some shit in this industry that made you want to crash out?
Nah, man, like nothing happens to me.
Even if it was just a thought, even if it was just like,
Nah, bro, because smarter than that, man. Like smarter than that, bro. Like I ain't, you know, I'm not a dummy. I didn't come in here a dummy. You know what I mean? I always been just me. You feel me? Now, when situations came to, they got handled. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I mean? I'm super pro-black, but I ain't gonna let none of these black motherfuckers take me off the earth. You know what I'm saying? I'll catnap your ass before you feel me? Before I let you take me away from my kids, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? So I ain't playing with nobody, you know what I mean? I'm scared of everybody. I'm afraid of everyone. And if I'm scared, I'm gonna do something to you. You feel me?
Nah, that's how I feel. When I don't like being scared. If I'm scared of you, we gotta go. We gotta
go, right. You feel me?
That's like being in jail. We gotta go. I'm scared. You messing with me.
I'm gonna do something to you. Just leave me alone. So I also know that, like I just was saying, like, nah, this all entertainment, none of this shit is real. These niggas don't mean none of the stuff that they actually saying. You know what I mean? Especially with this, with like, it's like, yo, just think about it. How many beefs you seen? Nobody had a fight, nothing, just online
just
arguing.
Chatting. Yeah.
Just arguing online for 4 or 5 days straight, subtweeting each other, and then it's like nothing. It's just like it ain't even occurred, it ain't even happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
And then it's like, if you do something, niggas like, oh, that was whack.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and then niggas justify everything, every action another nigga does. It's like, because if they like the nigga music, they justify whatever happened. You feel me? It's like, look at this situation like August Alsina or some shit in Tory Lanez. And you stick your hand out as a man to shake a nigga hand and he don't shake your hand.
Yeah, he got to get punched in the face.
Any nigga would have slapped him for that. You feel me?
Yeah,
But said,
yeah, I agree.
You a girl, you was mad emotional. You mad because another man didn't want to shake your hand. It's like, no, that's super disrespectful, my nigga.
Right.
It's literally.
He was acting like a cute ass nigga.
Right. You feel me? But I'm just using that as an example. Like, bro, these niggas, they don't even realize, like, cause they ain't never, they so used to being online and telling niggas suck they dick and niggas is pussy and da-da-da-da and doing all this, that when they see you in public, they think it's supposed to be just like it was online.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You feel me? But
I
then
feel you like a motherfucker.
If you slap the nigga, then it's like, oh no, you something wrong with you.
Took it too far, yeah.
Right. You feel me? So it's like, nah, you gotta really realize that none of this shit ain't real. All of it is fake. It is all a fucking game. All of it. All of it is a game. Nigga is sitting in his house thinking like, yo, he got some new shit about to come out. So 6 days before it come out, he about to get on Twitter and say, fuck so-and-so. You know what I mean? So him and so-and-so be back there arguing. The blogs is sharing everything they arguing about themselves. And then the next day, the song drop. Yo, I got a new record. And you know what I mean? You like, oh, this nigga used me for promo.
I be thinking all that shit is a setup. I be seeing the chicks do that shit. I be seeing everybody do that shit. I'm like, oh, that's a setup. She got a project coming out.
Yeah. No, it really do. Like, not saying some of the arguments don't be real, but I'm saying like it just be super weird. I'm not going. I ain't the big conspiracy guy, but it be
fake
super
pregnancies,
weird.
everything.
You start arguing with a nigga, and then 2 weeks later you drop the clothing line. Like, nah, something ain't. Nah, come on, man. You know, but maybe that's a fault of my own. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm just keeping it too real sometimes. You know what I mean?
That's the only way to keep it.
Fake enough. So I don't know, you know?
Yeah. You drop Run, Ricky, Run. Now this guy, I don't even know his name. OG Mako, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Mako, all right.
Yeah,
Mako.
OG Mako.
You know what I'm saying? So
even like with him, you know, we later on, you know, we pieced it up, we got cool. But it was like, you know, niggas felt the way. He felt like, yo, niggas was copying his fuck him 3 times record and this, that, and the third. It's like, I don't know where he got that from, but whatever. You feel me? But like I said, nobody ever seen me speak about it online. I never said nothing about it. But when we seen each other at South by, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? And niggas never heard me go on a record, never seen me. That ain't me. I just don't come from that. Like I said, I'm avoiding everyone. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. You feel me? Don't fuck with me. I ain't fucking with you. But you know, they came and then they, you know, they was throwing water and shit from there just went the way it went. You know what I mean? As Tax told the story on Vlad, you know what I mean? But we later on, we got cool. You know, we spoke, you know what I'm saying? We spoke or whatever. And everything was straight, you know what I mean? I just think it was, you know, these niggas, man, they hyper emotional too. And they so accustomed to being online and doing all this shit online that they don't even realize that, like, yo, you could have hollered at me and said, yo, what's this, that, and the third? We could have had the same conversation we end up having after everything took place. That we could have had that before anything happened.
Yeah, instead of doing all that extra shit.
You know what I mean? So you online doing, I ain't do that. It's not what I do. You know what I mean? So it's like, You know, but these niggas, a lot of not just him, but not saying him particularly, him, you know, I'm just saying like a lot of these dudes be like hyper emotional, bro. Like they'll see some shit, swear you talking about them when you ain't even thinking about them, and just go crazy online. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I dig it. I dig it. So back to this hip hop thing.
Mm-hmm.
So back to this label thing.
Right.
So you and Memphis Bleek, y'all cool?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, everything is cool. You know, I never had a problem with him. We never had an argument. You know what I mean? We don't speak, but nothing ever occurred between the two of us, so there ain't no problem. You know what I'm saying?
How could I don't know how that go, but how y'all can work together and not talk to each other? It just you just send them projects. That's just that.
I mean, I don't want to go into the man business practices and shit, but you know, niggas don't be running everything that, you know what I mean? You know, it's like this. It's like this. Let's just use JAYZ as an example. When you go to Roc Nation and you're not seeing JAYZ, he's not doing day-to-day stuff. You know what I mean? He come through, if you get hot enough, he comes through and take the photo with you. But other than that, it's a whole nother people running everything else. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I know exactly what you said. So what is your passion outside of hip hop, man?
Reading is reading is definitely my biggest passion outside of hip hop. That probably is my number one passion. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Studying right now, like as a kid, I was super deep into like religious history and things like that. But now I'm just super big on just Black revolutionary thought and concepts right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's my passion.
How do you feel about, you know what I'm saying, as where we at, you know, with everything going on with KYRIE, Kanye, you know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, the thing with Kanye, man, I was really just thinking about this the other day. Like I remember, you know, it's fucked up. I feel like he has bipolar. He is bipolar. When you listen to him talk, it's a lot of rambling. He don't really finish his thoughts completely. He'll take you from A to Z, back to A, and then to C. And then in the midst of that, you hear some things that you agree with, and then everybody just say, "Oh, you know," because we do a lot of celebrity worshiping. You know what I'm saying? And not saying anything that they did to him was right. I'm just saying, like, we gotta, as a people, we have to stop doing that too, because we'll see a dude, and just because he got money, he'll make a statement with no proof, without putting out no real evidence to display that this is what's going on and who's actually doing it. And then we'll say, well, because he got money, he must be in a room. He gotta know more than everybody else. And it's like, it's not necessarily true. You know what I'm saying? Like a dude could get money and don't make him intelligent at all. That shit don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be a genius at making music, but that don't mean you're a genius at politics. You know what I mean? That don't mean you're a genius at fucking doing anything else outside of that. You know what I mean? And, but I would say this, all the shit that's happening with him it kind of shows and proves that they, you know, it just shows and proves where the power lies. You know what I'm saying? Because all of the things that was taken from him, or even looking at the KYRIE situation, all the things that was done to KYRIE, but Amazon still got it up.
Still got it up.
And by the way, the CEO of Amazon is Jewish. And he said he's not taking it down. You know what I'm saying? And
definitely hypocritical in that.
Right. The dude from ADL, he just said he wrote to Congress to try to get Amazon to take it down. See, so that's the difference. You see that? He got to write to Congress to tell them to try to persuade Amazon to take down the video. But when it was Kanye, he could just, you know what I mean?
Snatch it right down.
Snatch it right down. I think to his biggest point, that part is true. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I think it's kind of weird that a man tells you that he has this disorder, but then he come back and say he ain't got it, he doesn't have it no more, or he never had it. And if you have people with mental illness in your family, they all do that. They all 1 minute when they on the meds and going, it's like they understand what's happening with them. They understand they got it. When they off, it's I'm good. When everybody like, yo, chill, sit down. No, y'all, y'all trying to trick me. And you know, they get very paranoid and everybody's coming at them. So now his new trope is the Jews sent Meek Mill to write a tweet against him. It's like, come on, the Jews call Meek Mill.
Yeah, you should have tweeted that too. Yeah, that shit is ridiculous.
It's like, come on, stop, man. It's like, they sent Diddy to text me, like, what? Like, come on, everybody called that nigga did that. But you know, when your family had that shit, you be trying to help them, and it's like, it be to no avail. Can't. It's be hard. It should be hard. So I just be like, damn, why they keep putting this camera like in this man's face so he could keep going and going and going, and you know what I mean? It's just fucked up. But like I said,
pussy fucked him up.
Yeah.
That's some dynamite shit.
I think when he lost his bitch, you know what I'm saying? That shit destroyed him even worse. You know what I mean?
Took him over the edge.
Yeah. Cause he was flipping when his mom's, a little bit after his mom's. Then he said he needed some rest. You know, he just was exhausted, you know. The Hollywood, I'm exhausted line. I was just tired. And then it's like the shit happened with his girl and he just went, you know what I mean? The man, remember when the nigga cut all his hair, but he left mad patches in his head?
Yeah. I remember that.
If your cousin would have did that, you'd have knew, like right then and there, like, damn, my son, he going through his shit again.
Right.
But what niggas did with son? Oh, niggas fashion.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's a good point. You're right. You're right.
Niggas like, yo, they coming for me. Yo, they coming for me. They coming. They all coming. If your cousin would have did that, you would have been like, damn, chill, Rodney, sit down, boy. Nah, it's all right. Everything all right. With him, it's like, word, they are coming. And it's like, I'm about to blow up the Jew. I'm about to go DEFCON 3 on the Jews. And he wake up and he say shit and be like, and niggas like, yo, word, man, Jews, woo. And then you waiting for him to tell you who he like, yo, my mom's a sacrifice. They sacrificing people in Hollywood. And you waiting for him to say who's the names of the people that's doing the sacrificing, but then he don't say the names. He don't got no names to say. But he just said it, and then niggas like, yeah, that shit is true. It's like, wait, if he exposing them, he would have just said the names. You know what I mean? Because if I'm exposing them, if I'm gonna tell you, yo, I'm about to expose what niggas is doing in this room, I'm gonna name the niggas in the room, right? And I'm gonna expose what the fuck they doing and who's doing it. But nigga come back out with another ambiguous term, the Jews. It's like, the Hasidic nigga down the street in Williamsburg, he don't even know what the fuck going on over there. He has no fucking idea. So it's like, yo, you know, but like I said, if your cousin was doing that same shit, niggas would be like, nah, chill.
You wild, yeah. You wild.
You know what I mean? Because my cousin, he has schizophrenia and he's very closely related to bipolar disorder. Man, he does the same stuff. Like sometimes he be, and it's the ill shit. In the midst of all of the rambling, there does be some points where he's right. He does make some points where it makes sense, but you gotta decipher it and grab it from out of the swarm of shit that he just said. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, you know, that's how I really feel about that. But with the Kyrie thing, I just think that it's fucked up because, not saying that they shouldn't have did that to him, because I'm gonna say this. if I was them, I would have did the same thing. You feel me? It's like, yo, I can't work for your company and shit on you. I just can't. You know what I mean? I can't do business with you. I can't do business with you and name everybody in your household and say, fuck them. You're going to be like, the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? But what I would say is that this whole new thing that's going on, well, this thing that's going on, has been going on, especially in New York. This whole thing with the Black Hebrew Israelite thing is like, yo, man, Black people got just as enough rights to make claims to being a Hebrew as anybody else do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that too. But that don't mean they're gonna accept you.
No, it doesn't. It does. See, this my thing when it comes to all these things. My thing is, if it's not created here in this portion of the land where I grew up at, where I understand this country, right? Unless it was created here, that's the only thing I'm jacking. Because I'm never gonna join some shit where a nigga could tell me I ain't the real version of, you know what I mean? Fuck all that, you know what I mean? I ain't going nowhere where nigga can tell me, yo, you ain't the real Jew, the white man's the real Jew. And I gotta argue about my authenticity of joining this shit. Nah, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, fuck, that's giving a nigga too much power.
So do you think motherfuckers should just shut up with all that? You know, power, do what you gotta do what you believe in.
Yeah, I'm on it like that. You know, do whatever the fuck you need to do to help you better yourself, do that. You know what I mean? I ain't never gonna tell a nigga, yo, just because I don't agree with it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell nobody not to do some shit that's helping them out. Because some of them brothers is doing good work. And if they doing good work under the auspices of being a Hebrew Israelite in all the different camps, fuck, keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? If that shit helping you, helping your family, and keeping your kids on the straight and narrow and doing the right thing, do it. Do it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't harming nobody. You ain't harming me.
Yeah. Shout out to the real. You still tap in with Casanova and Tax?
Well, I ain't speak to Cass. I ain't speak to Cass since he took his plea. And Tax, yeah, I spoke to Tax a few times. You know, through DM and sometimes through mutual people, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, Tax, you know, he doing his thing, you know what I mean? He over his head. You know, he feeling real confident in his situation and things like that. So, you know, yeah, but Tax is good, you know what I mean? Cass doing good too. You know what I mean? From, you know, people that's around him that's in there with him, you know, when I speak to them, they, you know, always let me know how he doing as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we almost finished here, man. But you worked with 6ix9ine. He directed one of your videos.
Yeah.
You still talk to him?
Nah, man, like, nah, you know, like.
I had to put the sound bites in there.
Yeah. Nah, man, the nigga, man, some of them niggas he put away I knew personally, you know, good niggas, you know what I'm saying? See, I got a whole conspiracy in regards to this, his situation. I feel like he was the feds the whole time. I feel like, and the reason why I kind of feel like that, I could go into how I met him, and then even that was weird. You know what I mean? It was somebody else, you feel me? And some things happened during the course of that video that was really weird. It was like, yo, the gun, we was gonna use a gun, like a real gun, as a prop, like if we was playing Russian roulette with this revolver. But while we on our way there, somebody called me like, yo, it's bad police up here. So I'm like, nah, we gonna take this gun out. He like, nah, bring the gun with you. I'm like, nah, nigga, it's mad police up there and they searching it. What are you talking about? He like, nah, they not gonna search you. You the artist. I said, nigga, I'm gonna be the first nigga they search, right?
Yeah.
So now, you know, my cousin, who I met him through, he like, yo, the nigga wanna be Crip. So let's just bring the nigga fuck with us and had put the nigga under the wing, and we could, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when I seen him, I was at my mom's crib. I had him come over to my mom's crib, and I'm like, yo, he telling me all this shit, like, yeah, niggas think I'm Crip because of the 6'9" tattoos and all shit. I'm like, what? So I'm telling my cousin, like, nigga, you don't do that shit. Right? So now, 3 months go by, and he showed blood with this record. So my cousin hit me like, see, I told you, nigga, I told you. And I'm like, yo, this shit gonna go bad. So he like, nah, watch, boy, watch. I'm telling you, boy, we should have did exactly what they just did. I'm like, nah, ain't it. So now, but when you ever hear the story on who brought him over there, it's 10 niggas saying they brought him there. Nobody knows how he ended up there. I'm like, how nobody don't find that shit weird? It's like, yo, every time they say, it's 10 different niggas saying so-and-so brought him over here. Other niggas saying, nah, I brought him to the block. The other niggas say, nah, I brought the nigga to the block. And then it's like, nah, I think the feds brought him there. I think somebody—
It's happened before.
Right, somebody that was down with them niggas is already telling, brought him there. Son, because the nigga walked in on an indictment. They was already an indictment on these niggas. An investigation was already going on since 2013. So he walked in on it on an open investigation, right? Then the shit happened. Remember the shit happened where they found the bag of guns in his crib, and the shit that they robbed the nigga for was they had to found the— Nobody went to jail for that. The shit just like, yo, the police said they found it, and that shit went away. And it had like an HK or some shit like that, big ass gun. In New York City, I'm like, nigga, hell no. You feel me? I'm like, something.
Yeah, that's mandatory,
bro. And with the robbed goods, and I'm like, why did the goods and the gun go to the rapper house? That didn't make sense to me. Who would suggest that? That's like me. The nigga, he the one that's bringing the money. Nobody's gonna leave shit at his house. How did they know it was there? How did his day mom say, yo, they just went in a room, knew where it was at, searched, grabbed it, took it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So I'm like, that's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's kind of weird. And then the shit when the nigga was getting robbed, right? He had the driver, because the driver was the feds too, right? And they said that he hired the nigga like he was his cousin. And then they said, oh, he started telling because ICE caught him and he didn't want to get deported, so he started I'm like, that's bullshit. That's the bullshit too, because it's like, nah, nigga, you the feds, you told the nigga to hire the nigga, like, yo, hire my because he gonna drive us, don't worry about it. And then when the nigga getting robbed, he kept saying the nigga name who robbing him. He like, yo, come on, Hov. I did a lot for you, Hov. Now, what nigga you know when you talking to a nigga you around a lot, do you say their name while you keep talking to them, right? And you saying it loud enough as if you know the fucking car is mic'd up.
Oh yeah, you know.
The feds, bro.
Shit, one of the realest gangsters was the feds. They say Whitey Bulger, the same type shit.
Bro, something
running up under the government umbrella.
You know what I'm saying? I'm on my conspiracy shit right now with that. I believe that nigga was police when he got there. I believe that. You know
Shout out to the real. Shit, there's a whole bunch of shit going on. Now that shit is cool. They got T.I. coming out the closet with that shit. So shit is real weird in the hip-hop shit.
Yo, man. I you know what's so ill? Man, niggas is redefining everything now. Nothing like I don't yo, it's so crazy, man. You don't even know what a woman is no more. You don't know what a man is no more. Shit is all over the place now, bro. Everything is like old words is getting new definitions and shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So by time we off the, you know what I mean? By time we get 90, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully we live that long. We ain't gonna know what the fuck nothing mean. We barely gonna be able to talk. Because everything has to be.
Well, shit, man. Thank you for coming on the show, man.
Definitely, bro. Definitely.
I appreciate you. I just need you to do one more thing. Shout out to the real, highly dysfunctional.
Yo, shout out to the real, highly dysfunctional, man, for real. Salute.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate you, man. Hopefully we do it again.
Definitely,
Yo,
definitely.
man, you got any new records coming out?
Yeah, man, top of this year.
I done
man,
missed so much. We had such a good conversation. I done missed so much.
Yeah, this top of the year, you know, it's gonna be something that's gonna drop crazy. But we, you know, right now, I'm kind of just holding off on it, on a surprise. But it's gonna be there though, definitely.
All right, shout out to the real Manolo Rose. Thank you for coming on. We back here Tuesday with the royal family. Shout out to the real. Thank you, man.
You know
when
it.
you get those new rackets, man, pass them over, man.
I got you.
All right, appreciate you. Love, shout out to the real.
Salute.
Like we came to shut it down. I'm like, we came to shut it down. I'm like, we came to shut it down. Nah, I don't need no help.